Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one, too. This is for the absolute positive, bigger, better of the leadership of you. I suspect, as you may see already with my posts on Google and on YouTube, that in all actuality, I'm giving time to deficiency. And I'll explain. The whole earth, right? No matter where you're at on it, right? Without it being articulated, one more positive, male, good as the truth of the energy of it, right? It's just female matter in a state of negative decay and disintegration, crisscrossing, static, twisted, scattered, blindly undefined and unevolved, right? To something else, okay? But here's the thing, right? Everything creation applied one to the here and now existence of all God, truth reality check of matter is made of atoms. And these atoms is made of male and female energy, right? And the male energy, which is the positive energy, because if you plug in a plug, right? The male energy has to overwhelm the female energy, which is the negative energy, but it's not negative in the way you think of bad. It's negative in the way of its polarity only being positive and good, absolutely. So the male has to overwhelm that, absolutely, right? To keep the bigger and better of your house and your electronics good as truth. And if it doesn't, right, the whole house will burn down, everything will be destroyed. Well, this atom, as long as it stays one more holy male, right, positive to the good God and truth of its shape, form, mass, it's indestructible anywhere. When these atoms bond, they only bond two or more Christ-like, right? One more positive with two or more atoms to make the good God and truth of every shape, form, mass you can think of, and every shape, form, and mass of God you can think of. Not to exclude every dimension of time and space you can think of. And the male energy of these atoms, right, is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth of the here and now, right, of all matter, right, only crossing bigger and better than all negativity to the good God and truth of its shape, form, and mass, of substance, durability, and solidness, to the value and volume of it, right? And without this male energy overwhelming the negative, right, to the reality check of the earth or anything that's created of it, including us, right, we are all one same, blindly, static, twisted, scattered, and undefined, to be a bigger, better matter of energy, which is only male to the good God and truth of the Adam man first evolved, the triple male of all I am. In the beginning, as the mythology states, right, Pistis Sophia was the first primordial atom of God. And when she split with a backfire of energy, right, that came to 2 points, right? All the negative, static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy of reality, of the reality ever went to the neutron, and all the positive, good God, and truth of the bigger, better of all matter of shape, form, and mass, right, went to the proton. And at this point, the proton overwhelmed the neutron, and that's how the good God and truth of the first sustainable atom, right, of shape, form, and mass, right, to the bigger and better of all reality check was made. The good God and truth of the bonding atoms, right, of the shape, form, and mass of Jesus Christ, one who was only more positive, right, than all negativity, right, when crisscrossed with all. And in reality check, if in this universe, which is a positive universe, if you're more positive than the negatives of you, you're good or everywhere. And as truth, that it was the example of the life of Jesus Christ, one who never ever dies negative to one neutral nothing, the absolute example of the God of Allah of all for everlasting peace I am, the thieving Holy Spirit, absolutely positively I am, of all mankind's negativity to one neutral nothing I am. Just negative of it here and now, making all one more positive and good as truth. Now, I get a lot of crap online. It's like, well, you can't mess with women if you're some sort of holy moly Jesus freak. Well, this holy moly Jesus freak's going to mess with women. I'll tell you why. Because without positive energy, male energy, right, being the bigger and better, right, of any negative energy, right, which is female energy, right, or female matter, right. Well, the bigger and better that matter is just in a state of decay and disintegration. I love these women. I'll never do that. You hear me? I love them from the smallest to the biggest. You hear me? Will not walk away from the matter of them. But I'll show you how they were created if you want to know. The good God and truth of all I am, right, at light speed, right, slowed down enough so the energy of all I am, right, came to a neutronic state, a lesser, cooler state of being. And that was the negative polarity of it not being absolutely positively good. And that's what caused the desire of Pistis Sophia, because even though the flow of the energy, the male energy of all I am, right, was still overwhelming all things of reality, right, of it, when Pistis Sophia was created at this lower energy state, right, because the polarity was at a lower energy state, it was negative to the good truth of the energy only being light, okay? So when it did that, it came to a neutronic state. But the thieving Holy Spirit of the good God and truth, the male energy of all I am, just kept flowing all around it, right? To the bigger and better of it, exploding, right? To the reality check of Pistis Sophia as a backfire, right, of positive and negative energy. And it's always through an orgasmic affair. Listen, life is an orgasmic affair happening. Now, a lot of times it's sexual, and I guarantee at that moment it was some sort of sexual experience. But in reality check, when she exploded, right, that was the male energy of all I am overwhelming, right, what had become a lesser polarity and a negative desire of Pistis Sophia, right, being unconnected with being absolutely positive and good, right, desiring to create of herself, right, in reality. And the God of all I am, the male energy of the man up of all I am, overwhelmed her, man, right? And caused her to explode an orgasmic affair of the seeds of the good God and truth of Jesus Christ with the thieving Holy Spirit out. God, King, Adam, man, first evolved, the triple male of all I am. And like I said, we are in a positive universe. If you only cross one more positive than all negativity, you will add up good. That will be the absolute bigger and better good God and truth of you. Only do it till the negativity subtracts to one nothing. If it don't kill you, right, you can always do the bigger and better than that. And if you do, and you only preset yourself to be that way to the here and now of you, well, that's all your past, present, and future will ever be. And you could absolutely, positively have not a faithful doubt. Listen to me. No, it will be with me and some ladies. You hear me? In reality check. Now look, I want to explain something to you. After the inertia of all creation of existence, right, has settled, right, and we came back positive to the here and now of us, right, all of existence happening and stuff in the air was created. It was created deficient. It was in flux, okay, meaning that even though it was bonded out bigger and better as its matter, wholly to the here and now of it, it wasn't absolutely good as true to the thieving Holy Spirit out, right, of all I am, the heavenly man, the God and King of all God, truth reality check, right, I am, incarnated in ape species, right, in the cavern of woe. And through this orgasmic affair with this female ape species humanoid, right, it caused her to have an orgasm. And if you know anything about orgasms, women are the only creatures of existence that can have them. No other species of animals, as far as females go, can have an orgasm. So, you know, I tickled her funny bone, and I still do that pretty well, ladies. But check me out. I tickled her funny bone. She had an orgasmic affair. It took what she was of animal, beastly matter of nature, more negative with energy, and brought it to a higher energy state of being. And she was impregnated and produced the first Adamite, pre-Adamite male, God, King, Adam, man, first evolved, the good God and truth of Jesus Christ of all I am. And all of her species that didn't run themselves off a cliff, negatively deficient with the positive energy, right, of all I am to the reality of their monkey matter, right, only bred out and became the God Kings who created the pyramid scheme around the world, which was a true reflection, sister reflection of the earth and the energy, right, of the Son of God, the good God and truth of the absolute bigger and better of all reality of time and space at every point, right? Than all negativity, right? Enlightened out good as truth at every point of time and space, bigger and better than all negativity. And let me show you something. All of existence is only articulated to the bigger and better of mankind, to the here and now of reality check. We are the only species of existence that can articulate right the here and now of us absolutely bigger and better, one more positive and good as truth than all negativity. And if we don't, we're like the other species of monkeys, right, that bred with her. And she was enlightened secondary. See, she wasn't born a woman. She became a woman. You hear me? I hit that switch. But when that happened, right, she bred with more of the monkeys too. And they became the Shiva lineage of us, right? More monkey than man. And that's where faith comes from. See, Hindu, right, is the oldest faith of religion in the world, right? And every time you cross faithfully, you cross one negatively deficient of absolutely positive and good, because you don't know faithfully if it's going to end up good or bad for you in reality check. And because of that, it's a lie on all good God and truth of reality, stating that things cross bad, because there's nothing bad. And if you don't know to take all you are of negative energy and bring it back one more positive and good, because you got some sort of monkey mind that teaches you faithfully, right? Well, in reality check, you're always in a state of decay and disintegration, crisscrossing female as hell with your matter, from life to death to one neutral nothing. So says the Gospel of Phillips. And so says, right, the Gospel of the History of the Soul. It says the female soul is on the outside, and it's got a reverse appendage of a male. Listen, every time you act negative with negativity, you act more monkey than man. And at the time, Pista Sophia, before she split, right, and she became such a neutronic energy, it became a drag. You hear me? A dragon on her. And that's the reality of negativity. When you cross negative with negativity with the desire of you, right, it is a dragon on your existence, right, destroying you. It's the devil of you, right? It's alien to what is good as truth, to be the absolute bigger and better of you, only one more positive and good. Another reality check of the devil, right? Every time you cross negative with negativity, you arc from the inside out, right? These neutrons, and they cause a Shiva spark to happen, which mutates your matter, man. Negatively deficient of you being absolutely one, only positive and good here and now, only the bigger and better. Of being a snake, a bushwhack, a Shiva shaft, negative as hell to the here and now of your reality check. Now, I want to explain something to you. These people, right, because they were inferior every way, right, they bred out like dumb old monkeys, like animals, right, and they infested all God's truth reality check. And all it became the God kings and the men of old, right? The giants of old, they couldn't sustain it. You hear me? It was a revolt. Listen, they were where the God Kings were cooperative and pacifist and just chilling, man. They were cool people. They were doing their thing, right? These other people, right? They were hoarders of resources, right? They were a gamble on everything that they came in contact with, because their minds couldn't articulate the more positive of it to always make it good as truth. And in reality check, they sacked the God Kings and destroyed all creation of existence. And this is the Watchers, and this is these monkey people, and this is all these Anunnakis and all this old crazy ass shit. Make a long story short, right? In the gospel, or in the Cobran Bible, it talks about when they lost the enlightenment, because the women were being treated like trash, and the whole earth was in flux. Okay, and then there's a bunch of tribes, and they all come to 2 points, right? Which was the Shiva of them and the Adam of them, right? Adam woke up, right? He came to himself. He knew he was an Adamic man, right? And in reality check, right? Eve was all around him, right? She was at his side. Came from his rib, you hear me? She enlightened his way. And he was more stuck on her matter, right, than what was more positive and good for him as truth. And that's why he became a devilishly delusional, Shiva-shaft bushwhacking way on himself. But listen, the difference between me and Adam is I know this, right? Just like it was stated at the beginning of that Bible full of lies, you hear me? You have to cross one more positive than all female negativity. You have to enlighten that female negativity out, good as truth, bring it back bigger and better always, to be a forever lasting God King of reality check, you hear me? And if Adam would have crossed Eve back one more positive, right, they'd have been good. That'd have been the truth, you hear me? They'd only added up the bigger and better to the here and now reality check of that standard. And the substance, durability, and solidness of all mankind, of all God's reality check would be good as truth. The absolute bigger and better of all. Time and space to the reality check of earth. Listen to me. Wake up, mankind. Wake up. We've been living derangedly, insanely, devilishly, delusionally, an inferior lie created by monkeys who hated us because they knew that every way we were more evolved than their monkey minds. You hear me? And that's a fact check. From the full thief man, God, King, Adam, man, first evolved, the triple male of all I am. Peace.